Here we are, the start of day 10. We have hauled in enough slate to make our way all the way to the little creek. And, well, we call it a creek. It's really just like a wet weather drain. But anyway, we've got a little bit of water along the way, but for the most part, all of this ground is covered. The concrete that you saw yesterday is now underneath all of this, and we can go all the way up to the culvert pipe, as you can see it underneath. So we've got few things to still clean up around here, but lots and lots of dirt that has to be relocated. But as you can see, we've made a lot of progress. So the goal this morning is to, we just want to tidy up a bit. We're going to clean up some of these old rotten leaves that are sort of clogging up the water flow, and straighten this up a little bit. That we had an issue with some beavers. They have all kinds of sticks and stuff in here that we're going to clear out. Just tidy this up a little bit. I think part of the other goal is, so these two orange flags that you see on the left and right, that's sort of our crossing point roughly. So since we still have the Mini X, we are going to pull out some of these trees and get some of this cleared up, smooth out part of this creek bank, and do a little cleanup today. So there's still slate being hauled in while we're doing this, and we'll just continue to work on this as we go throughout the day. He's placing a piece of slate into the water so that this low point in the water will come up a little bit and they'll drain a little bit better into our culvert pipe. So that's what we've done now. We'll show you more soon. Working on some of the cleanup that we talked about. He is pulling these dead trees from the other side of the bank across so that we can clean all this up. Just lots of stuff down near the creek that needs to be cleared out. about halfway through day 10. This is a bit of a short day. We had a really long, productive day yesterday, so probably won't do as much today. You can see we are in the process of adding another layer of slate to the driveway with the bulldozer. And then we have the Mini X still working at the creek to clean up and dig some of the dead leaves and things like that out. We'll go check out what he's up to, get a little bit better view. I think we've got a pretty good angle from here. So as you can see, this water is really coming through so much better now that we've cleaned some of this out. Still looks pretty rough along the edges, but it looks so much better than it did earlier. So let's see what he's doing. There's this really cool rock formation that we really like going across the creek. We're not too far from where we cross the driveway. You can kind of see it's just along this path. We wanted the driveway to be close to this area so that we could kind of stop and check it out sometimes, but we didn't want to disturb this area because it really is so beautiful. These rocks go all the way across the water, and the interesting thing is that water actually goes underneath these rocks and in between. We've been there for ages and ages, so we want to make sure that we keep this area clean and beautiful, and that way the water can flow through like it should. Pesky beavers make a mess of things. So we're cleaning up after the beavers and restoring this beautiful area so that water can flow through and we can keep the movement of the fresh water passing through the property, not, getting stuck like it looks to be at the moment. I'll see if I can go across these rocks and get a little bit different angle for you. Okay, so I'm on the other side of the creek right now. You see these really awesome rocks that I'm sort of standing on the edge. All of this water will be beautiful and crystal clear once we stop digging in the mud. So he's clearing out more of this bank, getting all these dead, rotten leaves out of here. Scraping some of this up. There's a lot of limbs, brush. Thanks to the beavers. See more. Those leaves just piled up back there. More progress. As you can see, we gathered a few rocks that we found on the other side of the creek. So he's going to use those as filling leverage on the opposite side of the culvert pipe. We're still working on what's gonna go on the other side to fill in the gap. We have this side pretty nicely packed and filled. We have to be, I think he said 18 inches of the culvert pipe to the driveway. So we've got quite a bit still left to go. We're just scratching the surface right now. We're probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches above the top, but we've got double that still to go. So he's just using whatever rock we can find at this point to fill in on the opposite side. Okay, so I think this will be the ending of day 10. We might have one more load of slate coming, but I think that this will be the majority of the progress for this weekend. We have cleaned out a lot at the creek, and we've gotten a lot of things kind of in place. And it's been a long weekend, so I think we're gonna call it a day and get some rest for work tomorrow.